ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Today we will start the discussion of the perceptions of sage Agastya Maitravayuni. These contain the last 27 suktas of Mandalam 1 of Rigveda. We start off with 165 sukta. Rishi, Indra, Maruta, Agastya, Maitravayuni. Devata, Marutwan, Indra, Chandas, Trishtu. Part of this first sukta from sage Agastya means mountain thrower, can be considered as an imaginary conversation between Indra, Jivatma, and Marut, Pranas, in his own body or any other human body. Kaya Shubha 165.1. The Maruts are of the same age and staying in the same place, atmosphere, and are possessing equal might. Their brilliance cannot be seen by anybody. They sprinkle the flowing waters on the earth. With what intention and from where do they come? These showerers of happiness and desirers of wealth augment my strength. Maruts stay together in the atmosphere as wind or as pranas in a human body. Pranas give strength to the body of the seer of the sukta. Remaining part of the Rik needs no explanation. 165.2. Kasya Brahmani. Whose hymns of praise will the ever-youthful Marut accept with love? Who is that who conducts himself properly in a non-violent sacrifice? By what type of excellent hymns shall we please them? Who move in the atmosphere like speedy hawks? This Rik may not need any additional explanations. 165.3. Kutastwamindra Mahina. O prosperous protector of good people, Indra, where are the praiseworthy you going alone, moving together with you? Why should we ask this way? O charming one, tell us or tell me in sweet words what is on your mind about us or me. This Rik addressed to Jivatma in the body of the seer himself, as can be seen from the second question. What is the opinion of Indra about the knowledge sacrificers in general and the seer of the sukta in particular? This is the implication. 165.4. Brahmani me madaya. Auspicious hymns full of knowledge and power and extracted by the mind, which is like a cloud, may go a long way towards my happiness and prosperity. Mighty Indra, or I, comes with my attendance and protects all. My or his powers of upholding and attracting whereon all well. First part of the Rik needs no explanation. Indra's attendants are Maruts. Seer of the sukta identifies himself with his Jivatma. In that sense, the attendants are his pranas. 165.5. Next suktam onwards. Up to 13, the imaginary conversation goes on between Indra, the universal Jivatma, and Maruts, the pranas in a human body. 165.5. Maruts say, O Indra, kindly accept the food and drink offered by us on our own. Decorating our bodies and minds with nice faculties, with our own splendor, and also those associated with our neighbors, we shall enjoy all things properly. Here, neighbors could be other shining beings in the sky or the other organs of the human body, sensory organs, organs of action, etc. With these clarifications, meaning of the reg should become clear. 165.6 Indra says, O Maruts, which was the source of your power when you supported me? Who was alone in annihilating the serpent-like enemies? I am indeed fierce, strong and mighty, and I make all my enemies bow down with death-dealing blows. Indra only provides power to Maruts, or Jivatma activates pranas. 65.7 Bhuri Jagartha. Maruts say, O shower of knowledge, you have done many things for us with your equally good schemes and many actions. O mighty Indra, we shall do more things together. We Maruts, by our actions, serve you as per your desire. Vadhim Rutram Maruta, 165.8 Indra says, O Maruts, armed with Vajra, knowledge or spiritual light, energy, becoming strong by the control of the sensory organs and mind and passions, I thrash all the clouds or enemies that block the path to the final goal and make these riches full of gold flow easily like water. This Indra implies Jivatma in the body of the seeker of the truth. 165.9 Anuttama te Maghavan. Pranas or Maruts say to Indra, O munificent Indra, certainly there is no one in this world who surpasses you. There is no wise man or shining being like you. O mighty one, no one is ever born or will be born who will excel you in power and can perform such deeds as you have done. Your glory never diminishes. As universal Jivatma or manifested self, Indra is the Lord of all manifested objects in the universe. There is none like him. Next for Suktas are Indra's or Jivatma's word to Maruts or Pranas. Based on this clarification, 1.165 and 10, this coming Rik and the next one, should become self-explanatory. Egasya chinme vibhva. 165.10 Indra Jivatma says, O Maruts or Pranas, all this intelligence is my own consciousness, which is an all-pervading and irresistible power. I quickly accomplish what all I desire. I am fierce, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. I am the destroyer of all miseries of all born beings. I am the Lord of all. 165.11 Amandanma Maruta. O Marus, may these Vedic hymns which are in praise of the self delight me. O leaders of men, being my friends, you assist me, who is showerer of happiness and performer of good sacrifices, to grow by means of friendly bodies. Evedese Pradima. 165.12 O Marus, possessors of pleasant light, you only cover me with knowledge. You announce my presence by teaching and preaching about me well, thereby upholding my glory and also upholding the body made of food matter, Annamayam. Bodies are made of food matter. Ko Navatra Maruto. Nwatra Maruto. Ko Nwatra Maruto. 165.13 O Maruts, who is there in this universe who does not honor you? You approach your friends like true friends, spreading the wonderful knowledge about me. you grasp my true words of knowledge and free yourselves from miseries. Air only spreads Indra's fame far and wide on the earth's surface. Pranas proclaim the glory of Jivatma in a human body. 165.14 Ayat Duvasya. O Maruts, may you endow us with discriminating intellect, which you obtained from a scholar, who himself got it from a great scholar. Invokers are praising you with these hymns. Please come to this wise sacrificer in all earnestness. May Vayu and Pranas, bestow discriminating intellect on knowledge sacrificers. The wise sacrificer obviously here means the seer of the Sukta himself. This one and the next trick are the words of the seer of the Sukta. Esha vastomo Maruta. O Maruts, this is the speech of an admirable, capable and industrious person of noble merits. Let it reach you for the welfare of our people and for fulfillment of their desires. May we obtain good food, strength and long life. Here, industrious person implies seer of the Sukta. We go to the next Suktam, 166. This Suktam by sage Agastya on Maros is in Jagati and Trishtup Chandasas. Tannu Ojama, 166.1. O Maros, we shall now talk about your ancient greatness for knowing more about atmospheric air, which may reveal the source of your great strength. You exert your power for our march along the righteous path by giving us strength as a powerful soldier in a battle. Pranas help a seeker of truth in his march towards his goal. 166.2 Nityam Nasunum Madhu. Maruts who are terrible to wicked persons are eternal like the sun. They crush their enemies as though playfully and amuse themselves. With their protective powers, they protect sacrificers who invoke them with auspicious hymns. Carrying the sweet flowing waters with them, they do not hurt a religious, righteous man with their strength. The ruk should be self-explanatory. Sweet flowing waters could mean the rain waters in the atmosphere, or symbolically sweet Vedic hymns. 166.3 Yasma Umaso Amrita. Maruts are immortal protectors. They bestow wealth and health on them who are givers of knowledge and other oblations. Acting like true friends, they bestow happiness on us by wetting the earth with rainwater. 166.4 Aye Rajams Aye Rajamsita Vishibhi. O Maruts, you stir up your path and cover the earth with your strength. Your movements are self-controlled. When you move, all creatures in the universe and their dwellings tremble as though with fear. Your vehicles and movements are wonderful. 166.5 Yatveshayama Nadayanta. 166.5 O Maruts, your vehicles and movements make the clouds roar or cause rainwater to flow from the atmosphere above for the benefit of mankind. On your approach, All living creatures and trees in the forest become apprehensive. Herbs and bushes wave to and fro like a lady in a moving chariot. We go to the next book, 166.6. Yuyam na ugra, O fierce Maruts. Being benevolent to people of all villages, you fill in our minds with good intellect and good knowledge. Your electric weapon with its gory teeth kills wicked enemies, and growing with power protects living creatures. Electric weapon stands for lightning, which is associated with thunder, referred to in the previous rug. Wind movement causes thunder in the rain-bearing cloud. 166.7. Praskambhadeshna. Praskambhadeshna. Maruts are givers of enduring gifts, are possessors of unlimited riches, are destroyers of enemies, and are ever praised. They invoke that venerable, learned Indra on occasions of tough struggles. They know firsthand the heroic deeds of Indra. Maruts give life-sustaining pranas to all living organisms. Air is necessary for food production by plants, for creating rain, etc. Maruts aid Indra, Jivatma all the time, whether in the atmosphere or in the bodies of living creatures. 166.8. Shatabhujibhi. O Maruts, whomsoever you protect from crookedness and sins of self-praise, you protect him by granting many cleansing powers. You are fierce, mighty, and full of knowledge. You protect men and make their children strong and sturdy. Pranas, air, possess cleansing powers, physical and spiritual, or gross and subtle. No further explanation may be necessary on this rug. Vishwanibhadra Marudo, 166.9. O Maruts, all good articles are there in your vehicles. So also on your shoulders rest strong weapons as though for competing with each other. When you are on your march, you are welcomed and entertained. Wheels attached to the axles of your chariots turn together in unison. This trick and the next trick, personified forms of Maruts are being described. This description is pure poetic fancy, and hence no reasonable explanation can be given on them. 166.10. Bhurini Bhadra Naryeshu Bahushu. The Maruts, with many glittering and glorious gifts in their powerful hands, wearing golden ornaments on their chests, having conspicuous garlands around their necks and shoulders, and words full of noble ideas in their speech, spread their glory like birds spreading their wings in the atmosphere. 166.11. Mahando Mahna Vibho. The Maruts are great on account of their fame, are lords of all living beings. They can be seen from afar like sun's rays, are exhilarating with pleasant, sweet, and truthful language, are always absorbed in Indra, Jivatma, and are invoked by all. 166.12. Tatvasujata Marutho. O Maruts, you are well born of the atmosphere or in the atmosphere, a creation of Aditi. Your greatness as showerer of rain is as wide as your other noble deeds. Whatever desirable wealth that you give to righteous persons, not even Indra can diminish its value. Marut, air, is one of the basic forms of nature, Prakriti Mata. Desirable wealth could be pranas and spiritual knowledge. Taddo Jamitvam 166.13. O immortal Maruts, your relationship with Indra existed from earliest times. May you protect that blessing on us all the time. By this noble intellect of yours, protect whatever is worthy of achievement. With your association, a leader of men knows by what actions he can achieve happiness. Living creatures stay alive on account of the close relation between Jivatma and Pranas. 166.14. Yena Dekham Maruta. O fast-moving Maruts, may we enhance our strength and lifespan by your abundant and rich gift, which the people have fixed within their own dwellings, enclosures. With that, may we fulfill our noble desires through sacrifices. Based on comments on previous ruks, meaning of this ruk should become clear. Last ruk is 166.15. Esha Vastomo. This is the same as 165.15. Next suktam is 167. This is a suktam from sage Agastya on Indra and Maruta. Chandas is Trushto. 167.1. Sahasram Ta Indrodayo. O charming natured Indra, may your thousands or endless, countless protective powers, thousands of desirable food articles, thousands of exertions, along with various kinds of wealth and 1,000 kinds of knowledge come to us. Thousands everywhere is to be taken as countless. This is a simple prayer addressed to Indra, and it needs no elaboration. 167.2. Anoabhi. May the good and learned Maruts with their protective powers come to us directly, along with elderly and experienced persons and great intellectuals. May we then utilize their electrical power to cross over to the other side of the atmosphere for the desired wealth. This ruk is a similar prayer addressed to Maruts. Wind energy can be converted to electrical energy. And then made use of for moving in the atmosphere, at least in principle. Electrical power may also mean lightning here. 167.3. Nimyakshayeshu. Very intelligent Maruts mingled with the water-shedding cloud, adorning the golden lightning as a necklace, move about freely in the sky like a nobleman's wife moving freely inside her own house, or like the words flow out from a speaker in an assembly who is full of knowledge. Unrestricted movement of wind in the atmosphere is brought out in this ruk. 167.4. Para Shubhra Ayaso Yavya. Pure and quick-moving Maruts, by their movements, mingle with the earth and the sky as though it is their nature. In combination with the fierce lightning, they do not destroy the earth or the sky. Enlightened souls invoke them for strengthening the friendship. 167.5. Joshat Yadim Asurya. Joshat Yadim Asurya. Lightning in the clouds possess good virtues. His mind is devoted to good leaders of men. He is a symbol of energy who befriends the sky and earth like the luster of the sun for companionship. He enters the vehicle of Marus to please them like a stream of water. Lightning is one form of energy. It appears to move with the clouds which are moved by the wind, Marus. They set up the lightning in the cloud. 167.6. Asthapayanta Yuvatim. Ever youthful Marus set up the lightning, who is youthful and is powerful in battles, in their vehicle for causing rain. O Marus, then the oblations offering sacrifices, holding food and other extracted soma essence of products in their hands, sang auspicious hymns praising you. 167.7. Pratham Vivakmi. I admire the greatness of Marus, which is true and worthy of being celebrated. Maruts are showerers of knowledge and knowers of the soul, are of steady intellect, are rich, and carry with them the rain-bearing clouds. 167.8. Panti Mitra Varunao. Mitra Varuna and Aryama remove the non-sacrificers and protect sacrificers from imperfections. Thus, the steady sacrificers finally attain the permanent state. O Marus, a man of liberal disposition always marches forward. Permanent state is oneness, truth. 167.9. Nahinuvo Marudo. O Maruts, extent of your strength none of us can ever surpass. Whether you are close by or far away, those who attain the permanent state increasingly develop their energy courageously with their intelligence and knowledge by giving up animosity. No one can surpass the power of wind. Permanent state naturally implies birthless Brahman. 167.10. Vayamadyendrasya. The followers of Indra, we talk about his greatness today in this sacrifice and also tomorrow. The way we had exhorted him in great battles earlier, we do the same day by day. May that wise Indra favor the leaders of men and us. Great battle is for acquiring self-knowledge. 167.11 Esha Vastomo. This is the same as 165.15. So nothing more is to be said on that. We go to 168 Suktam on Maruts alone again from Sage Agastya Jagadi Trushtup Chanda. Yajna 168.1. O Maruts, you move together speedily from one sacrifice to another. You uphold your actions for learned persons. We desire you for prosperity and progress of the space and earth, and we desire for your great protection along with proper renouncement of evil thoughts and acts. This may not require any additional elaboration. Great protection could be pranas. 168.2 Vauraso na ye. The Maruts are self-born with their own might, shaking everything with their own power. They move rapidly and manifest food and knowledge. They are innumerable, like thousands of waves of water. Like the milk-giving cows, they are showerers of sweet flowing waters. Maruts are rapid movers. Air is necessary for food production by plants. No further elaboration is necessary on this. Soma Sonaye 168.3. Those Maruts become delighted in their hearts like attendants by drinking the extracted drops of Soma essences, as though satisfied by these extracted essences. This delight embraces them like an active chaste wife. They hold in their hands food materials as well as power of action. Here drops of Soma implies bricks in this hymn. 168.4 Ava Swayukta Diva. The immortal Maruts descend from the atmosphere to the earth by themselves. They encourage all to do noble deeds. They are sinless and are distinguished on account of their might. They have brilliant movements and they shake even mountains. 168.5 Kobondar Maruta. 168.5 O Marus, glittering like lightning, who among you set in motion by giving a command with his tongue? Since clouds are essential for good crops, many implore you in diverse ways daily, like a horse in his daily training. Maruts are set in motion by the rays of the sun, and not by the voice or command of any one Marut. Second part needs no explanation. 168.6 Kva Svidasya Rajaso. O Maruts, the place you have come from, where is that great and efficient cause and where is the effect? The Maruts, shaking the clouds which are together as though to shatter them, move along with them to the luster of the sun and the sea. Sun's rays are the cause of Maruts or wind. For air, the great cause is the ignorance of the self. 168.7 Satirna O Amavati. O Maruts, your division of labor among men is full of knowledge, is pleasure-giving, is brilliant, is fruitful and is divided into several parts. Your gift, like the donation of a sacrificial gift, is enduring and blessed, is widely extended like Vittal Press, is like an army engaged in battle. Maru's gift to human beings is Panchapranas, Vittal Press, which are 5 in number: Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana and Samana. 168.8. Pradishtobhanti Pradishtobhanti 168.8. When Marus carry the voice of the clouds, when lightning shines on the earth, when the Marus sprinkle water on the earth, then the rivers are flooded from or by pure flowing waters. 168.9. Asuda Prishti. Maruts are variegated. The brilliant troops of Maruts, who are resplendent like the sun, stood in readiness to wage a great battle. To become successful in producing rain, they created the clouds. Then only people were able to see the desirable food articles produced by plants. Here the great battle could be for producing rain in the atmosphere in the physical sense. In the spiritual sense, pranas help a seeker of truth to gain spiritual knowledge. 168.10. This is the last word for the day. Esha va stomo. This is the same as 165.15. With this we close today's session. Viramastavat.